Bum 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 bum. Ba da dun dun dun. Ba 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 ba. Alright. We're not full screen, so we can see. Well, at least now I have a second monitor, so that's something. Meep. Alright. That's cool. Alright. That takes care of that. Alright, cool. Oh, not even gonna show my face, man. Let's just get this started and whatnot, man. Alright, what's up, gamers, and gamers? My name is John, and welcome back to Chuunibyou cannot be cured. And now I can look at the second monitor if I see any things from the left side. That's good. So last time we had the feels, man. The feels on this, like last episode, man. Fucking, now June knows the truth. I like how he actually didn't really have powers to begin with, and he had an accident due to Mr. Freaking, I forgot, like, Hailstorm's CEO's son, Satan, but got himself into a coma. The other one, the bully's brother died, and that's why the bully's always angry at him. I forget their names, man. It's been a while, man. Let's see how this is gonna go. All right. Our trip is uncomfortable and a quiet one. I'm not gonna do the effects things because, you know, it's back and forth and stuff, and I'm on the laptop this time. My driver keeps trying to make small talk with me in AI, but he looks out of today. One of his passengers is a kid who's too problematic to waste his breath on small talk, while the other is a kid who's too lost inside her own world to care. Eventually, he just gives up. Honestly, I feel a little sorry for him. Maybe he just wants to talk. I'll make sure to be extra nice to him next time. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? What just happened? Didn't I just had my phone. Oh. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's funny. Let's see. Oh, there's my phone. Maybe I'll just send a link. Whatever. Let's get a little link. Linkity link. Linkity link. Linkity licky 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 link. Oh, shut the fuck up. Windows, not again. Not now. Not gonna try it. Hey, not try it again. Fuck it, I meant hide it. Fuck. I did not meant to do that. Okay, bada ding, 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 bada boom, bum. Alright, honestly, I feel sorry a little. Oh, wait, I already read that. Alright, but I gotta put the little thingy. I gotta put the little linky. Because people keep forgetting or don't look at all sometimes. Because, you know, sometimes I gotta be the reminder of you guys at times as well, too. So there's that. I'm sorry, I'm a little hyper right now. Dude, it's a few days of my break. Oh, what the fuck, I did not meant to do that. Oh, okay, well, can I copy the link? Thank you. That's what I just want to do. Let's finish it. Finish. Alright, yeah, Yanamas. Alright. Honestly, I feel a little sorry for him. Maybe he just wants to talk. Okay, whatever. Thank goodness the trip wasn't that long, or else I would have definitely felt even more guilty. I thank him before I leave, and then remind him to pick up Shiro up wherever she went out with her friends. You know, we rarely even see Shiro in this fucking route. Like, probably when we get to hers, we'll see. Probably, he shows me his schedules for today, organized into a single list. I wish there was more CG on that. They would have showed it. Alright. His to-do list is even more organized than my life. Damn. Oh, transition. As the I like that. That's nice. That's like it's a little orchestrated. All right. As with most hospitals, Higashi Hospital is clean, sanitized. Oh, we're gonna visit the guy in his coma. All right. Will there be CG? And completely lifeless. AI and I walk silently beside each other, barely even looking at one of another. We head towards the lobby and ask for directions. One of the nurses behind the counter gives us the room number and the wing of where we want to go. Room 412. Oh, if it would have said 20, I would have laughed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. No, that's not fun. Okay, it's kind of funny actually. Cough. All right. Thanking her, AI and I go on our way. As we walk through the corridor, a couple of nurses suddenly rushes a man in a stretcher to the emergency room, shouting at everyone to move away. Well, maybe not lifeless. I scold myself in my thoughts. That's a pretty ironic way to refer to a place where lives are saved, I guess. But it's impossible not to feel depressed or even devoid of life here, where most people are barely talking to each other. Anyone can just walk in and easily see the dark cloud hanging over each person's head. I haven't been to many hospitals, but I take back what I said. I hope most other hospitals aren't like Higashi Hospital. Transition. Whiteness still. Finally, I wish there was more coloring. I know this is pre-alpha and before, but whatever, it's okay. Finally, we've reached the right hallway. Are we going to see room 406, room 408, room 410, and the room we're looking for, room 412. His room. Oh, okay, alright. AI watches me with wait, didn't she have another? Alright, whatever. With worried eyes. Maybe this is another day. Alright. Eyes as I head towards the door. I stand outside of the door and raise my fist, only to put it down again. My knees are buckling, and they feel like they're about to give way any time now. I take a deep breath and try again. However, no matter how I try, I find myself unable to knock. Dots. I look back at AI, but she only looks back at me silently. Not that she needs to say anything for me to hear her quiet support. Thank you for coming with me. I don't think I'll be able to do this without you. She just smiles at me, urging me again to knock on the door. Come on, June. Don't be such a weakling. I'm not doing my normal voice with this, am I? Like, my voice is allergies as well too. Chiding myself, I force myself to raise my fist to the door. Yeah, get on with it. Again. I'm sorry. Before I could knock. However, the door suddenly opens. A nurse comes out. Are we getting CG? Looking out, surprised to see me. She looks even more surprised to see my fist, which is now a perfect position to hit her right in the face. Oh, that's no, that's not a good sign. No, don't do that. I hurriedly put it down, feeling embarrassed. The nurse clears her throat, obviously having gotten over her shocked. Excuse me, are you visitors of Mr. Kabir? Oh, that's his name, alright. Mr. Kabir. The name is so familiar to me, yet, at the same time, foreign. For a few seconds, I couldn't find my voice to answer the nurse's question. What am I doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here. I shouldn't go in. I don't know what to expect. I don't want to know anything. AI just stares at me with watchful eyes. I should say no. I should say that I'm just mistaken. I should say, Sir? Yeah. I managed to croak out a response. Though not the one that was running through my mind just mere moments ago. The nurse breaks into a smile. Oh, you're right on time. Visiting hours will be over in an hour. She must have mistaken my nervous expression as an expression of curiosity, because she proceeds to explain herself. The people in the ward are in a delicate and sensitive condition. You see, that's why their visiting hours are a lot more shorter than regular patients. My heart sinks. Delicate and sensitive? This is much worse than I thought. And yet, AI and I just nod. Bleh. By the way, may I know your names? For the logbooks? She hands me a small notebook where dates and names are presumably written down. I know that nobody... Okay. Sorry, I just got a text. Alright. I noted that nobody visited him yet for today. With a cold and trembling hand, I quickly write down my name, as well as AI's, and give the notebook back to the nurse. She smiles at me and glances at the logbook. In a split second, her demeanor immediately changes. Ah, you're, Mrs. Shima. You should have told me instantly. You must be their son, then. And is she your girlfriend? Looking at AI, she smiles sweetly. Their son? Yes, your parents visit here often. Ah, but didn't you know? No, wanting to discuss the matter further, I just thank her. She seems to get the hint because she nods and excuses herself, telling us that she'll be back in an hour. I don't even know. Oh, come on. CG, alright. I don't even know if we can stay here for an hour. I don't know if my heart can take it. Transition. Okay, different but not CG I was looking for. Alright. They better show a person right there. Okay, but... Alpha. Alpha, that's right. Still alpha. The inside of the room is clean, white, and well kept. Judging by the flowers on the bedside. Sure, flowers! Alright. Beside the table, it's quite obvious that Yuya Kabir is greatly loved. The note written on the bottom of the banquet says, "We miss you, Yuya." If it's true that he fell into a coma at the same time that he had saved me years ago, then certainly it's been a long time since they last saw him awake. It's been 10 years since my accident, after all. If drama shows and books were accurate deception of reality, then most people who have been in a coma for this long would have been long abandoned already. AI and I just sit down on the AI and I just sat down on the couch near his bed, staring at him silently. Honestly, I don't know what to feel. Should I be grateful that he saved me, or guilty that he did? If he hadn't saved me, then I wouldn't certainly be dead now, but at least he wouldn't be in a coma. Which one is the lesser of two evils? The more I stare at Yuya, I wish they would show a person right there or something. The more I feel my heart being wrenched out of my chest. Oh, watch, he wakes up probably. It hurts much more than I thought. For a few minutes, nothing can be heard in the room apart from the typical hospital sounds. IV dripping, the heart rate monitor beeping, sounds of indicate that there is still life within the four white walls. To our surprise, the door suddenly opens, gently but still unexpected. I stand up, expecting it to be a nurse. Mr. Kabir. Yep, of course. And here I go with the voice again. Oh god. Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. However, it's Isa Kabir himself who walks in, a worried yet contented smile on his face. The moment he sees us, his face immediately turns into one of surprise. Why don't I? Why didn't oh god. Yep, my voice is killing me already. What I did I don't know. Why? I didn't know you kids would be here. ... Yeah, gives him a small smile before excusing herself to go out. Mr. Kabir just nods, smiling at her gratefully. We're left alone in the room, not a word passing between us. June! With her outside of the room, I find myself breaking down in an instant. Hot, angry tears fall down on my cheeks, reflecting the emotions surging in me in this moment. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't my parents tell me? None of you told me. None of you. June, I'm sorry. I thought it was me. I thought I saved myself back then. But no, it was your son, Mr. Kabir. Your son saved me. If he hadn't, I would have died. But maybe I should have just died. I should have just died. If I did, then he wouldn't be like this. I gestured towards the sleeping patient on the bed, blissfully unaware of the drama happening in his room right now. June, don't say that. Nobody should have died, son. I'm not your son, he is. And because of me, he can't even be your son. Mr. Isa Kambir approaches me and pulls me closer to him. Oh, he has tears in his eye. Oh wow, I just noticed that. I was like, what? Okay, that's something. Alright. The scent of the aftershave mixed with tobacco fills my nostrils as he embraces me all of a sudden. No, June. Oh, that makes me want to cry a little bit. Yuya is my son, and that would never change. And when he saved you back then, when he gave you another chance at life, I told myself, you'll be my son too. That's why I kept in contact with your parents even through the years. In an instant, the realization hits me like a pile of bricks into my face. You're the godfather who keeps sending me video games as gifts, aren't you? That's an actually new face expression. That's pretty funny. With an indescribable expression on his face, a mixture of surprise, embarrassment, and perhaps a hint of pride, he nods at me. I staggered backwards, feeling out of breath all of a sudden. No! My mind screams at me, threatening to go blank. So, when I first met you in the hallway, when you sent us that letter, it wasn't because you saw potential in us. It's because you already knew me. You already knew me. My child, that is not true. When we first met, I didn't know it was you. In all the years, I never did see you up close. Your parents had never allowed you to see me. Why? They were afraid that I'd wake up from my delusions? Son, you idiot. June, you huge idiot. A chill envelopes me, and I struggle to gain my footing. I feel like I could faint at any moment now. I must look much worse than I thought, because Mrs. Computer takes a step towards me. A word looked on his face. I reach my arm out into the wall behind me for support. You're the reason why I got into video games in the first place. And that never would happen if your son hadn't. The tears start flowing freely again, and the anger in me fades away into something else. Something more horrible. And if I had to choose, I would choose to be angry rather than to feel this. I feel shame. Oh, excuse me. Alright, crippling shame that wants nothing but tears to tear my to tear my heart out and gut me out. I take a glimpse at the unconscious man on the bed. Yep. Everything I ever knew in my life, it was all due to this man. It was all because of him sacrificing his life for me. And here he is on the brink of death while I am unaware of his existence until a few hours ago. Son! I stolen everything from him. Son, please. I'm not supposed to be here. Kagori's brother, Mr. Isara's Kabir's son. I've stolen everything from them. June. 11 years ago, when I was trapped in the elevator, there was only one thing in my mind. I wish to live. I wish to survive. I wish to see the sun again. I told myself I wouldn't die. I was a superhero, and superheroes don't die because superheroes have powers. I had the power to grant my every wish. I couldn't die. I wouldn't die. I wish to live, and I knew... and I knew would... What? And I knew would live? I wish to live, and I knew I would live. Probably you would have put another I there. Oh, I would live, blah, blah, blah. And I did. I start hitting my head with my fists, extremely frustrated with how everything turns out. June, stop it! Son, stop it! Mr. Kabir tries to grab my arms to keep. Where the fuck is AI? She's probably gonna bitch slap the shit out of you. Like, I wanna see this shit. Mr. Kabir tries to grab my arms to keep me from hurting myself. June, you idiots! You don't have special powers. How can you be so naive? You don't have powers at all. Suddenly, the older man tightens his grip on my wrist. I can't help stop flailing and look back at him. No, June. You do have powers. What? Mr. Kabir, what are you? A sorrowful look suddenly crosses his face, making the words I'm about to say dies on my lips. You have the power, June. The power to still change things in your life. The power to achieve your dreams. The power to live. To use all your senses to experience the world. It may not be the kind of power that you wanted, but... He glances at his son painfully. It's a power that not all of us could have. Not everyone has the opportunity, June. You should treasure and make the most out of it. For your sake and for the sake of the ones who don't have the power. That power. Words are a powerful thing. They can create change. They can cause wars. They can make the world a happier place. Words can have a profound effect on people. Oh, that is fucking true. And as Mr. Kabir's words dawn on me, I can't help but let myself drown away in them. We stayed like that for a long while, drowning ourselves in a shared sorrow, words, and tears. CG? No CG. What the fuck? Honestly, there should be CG on that. All right. No, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Still alpha. Like little notes right there. Little knick-knack, patty wax, give a dog a bone. I need to refill the water soon. Probably gonna make another tea. AI dots. AI just stares at me as we stand in front of the bus stop waiting for her ride. I would have loved to just give her a ride home, but I realized that I couldn't have the driver see me this way. He'll most likely tell my parents, and that will mean a whole nother discussion to worry about. I'd rather just avoid that for now. Dots. The blue-haired artist just keeps on looking at me. Not a word coming out from her lips. I look back at her, waiting for her to say anything, but she doesn't. Dots. What's the matter? May I ask? Ask what? I glance away. You know what? Pretending not to know. Okay. As a matter of fact, I already know. I have an idea of what she's gonna ask, but I think I'll just wait for her to say it. A question. Her unexpected reply makes me crack a small smile. Still the same AI. At least there's one thing in this world that still hasn't turned upside down. I assumed you'd be asking me a question. What is it? What happened? She bites her lower lip, obviously hesitating. I gently continue her question on for her. In the hospital? Yeah. Well, I cleared a few things up with Mr. Kabir. Is everything clear now? Yeah, I guess you can say that. I know the truth now, the whole truth. Dots. Are you sad? Her follow-up question takes me by surprise. Sad? Why do you ask? Because the truth always hurts. Well, that's true. I learned that I'm just a regular human being who never had powers after all. I give her a small smile, nudging her gently. Should I be sad? She just looks at me with those solemn, dazzling blue eyes of hers. Slowly, AI shakes her head. It's not? You don't need to have powers. You already have what it takes inside of you, I think. You have us, your team, and you have. She glances down at a tinge of red spreading across her cheeks. Oh, they should put more updates on the sprites of it. I mean, I seen a little bit. I see where this is gonna go. You have me. Oh, that's fucking cute. This is why I like AI the routes better. I don't care about the other routes, man, but still. My heart instantly starts beating faster. The world around us is spinning, I'm sure, but to me, it seems like everything has stopped. And I shall always be here, whether you have powers or not. Thank you, AI. The bus finally arrives and AI gets on. Being dramatic and fucking AI gets on and after waving a goodbye to me. She give him a kiss at least, like shit on the cheek, like regular. Alright. I stay back for a while to watch as it disappears around the corner, almost as though I was afraid that it was going to disappear into thin air. Oh my god. If there's one thing I regret about not having powers anymore, is that I could no longer grant AI's wish. Whatever it is. I think you already are, buddy. You just don't know it yet. But then again, maybe I don't have wish-making abilities in order to do that. Hey, there you go, buddy. After all, when AI said she wanted to be able to paint my world, we both knew that she wasn't going to do that through magical powers or whatever. And still, she already painted my world enough. I guess it's true. You don't really need to have special powers to be able to make someone's world a little brighter. Aww. Transition. I wake up bright and early today, strangely feeling happy. I heard that there was indeed cases of people feeling happy after a depressing incident that happens to them. It's the brain's way of coping with whatever hurdles life throws at people, to help them hanging on and not give up no matter grammar. Alright. And not giving up no matter how hard things are. Yeah, you might want to fix this, whoever. Maybe it's just that, huh? Oh, we get to see the like freaking kitchen for once. That's interesting. That's pretty funny actually too. Huh. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Wait, is this even on? Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Alright, I was just making sure. I got worried for a second. I was like, oh, hell no. I did not just fucking... Alright, whatever. How long are we in? We are in 28 minutes, basically. I go straight to the kitchen, opening the refrigerator, and taking out a can of milk. A can of milk? Without thinking, I just chugged it down. The cold milk feels good in my throat, instantly refreshing. I'm sorry, that sounds so wrong. I mean, I'm having some bad images. I'm just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was never intended. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, wait, hold up. So we finally get to see some Miki in, like, you know, her different outfit. But we haven't taken her route, so shit. Alright. With a sigh of contentment, I turn around and go back to the living room, only to see Samiki standing right in front of me with an irritated expression on her face. Good morning? A good morning is one where nobody is acting rude. What? I just give her a crazy look. What are you talking about? Oh, for crying out loud, June. She walks behind me and, out of nowhere, suddenly pushes me towards the living room. In an instant, I see exactly what she was talking about. Oh, she was there. Oh, good morning. AI is sitting on the couch comfortably, looking half shy and half amused. I looked at her and then at Samiki and then back at her again and back to me and back to her and back to me and back to Okay. Were you... I trail off, realizing in horror that I'm just wearing pajamas. Nice. Ah! Samiki, why didn't you tell me earlier? How could I? When I saw you, you were already walking straight to the kitchen. You didn't even glance at poor AI here. AI gives the blue hair. Wait, what? AI gives the blue-haired girl a sheepish smile. Don't you mean Samiki? Alright. I don't know, whatever. It's, alright, Samiki. I just looked at her in horror as I try to make myself a little more presentable by brushing my hair with my hands. No, it's definitely not. It's not even half appropriate to see guys in the morning, I mean. Samiki glares at me, completely stopping me from fussing. Exactly. She made the effort to see you, a guy, in the morning. So be act like a gentleman. So be grammar. What? So you just say so act like a gentleman. I don't know. Whatever. Stop screaming like a baby and talk with her properly, June. Damn. Fucking put in the mother like pop. Fucking like grab the slipper, man. Chancleta like tome. That's sorry. I will leave you to talk while I'll make some pancakes. Oh, pancake. Oh, there's Shiro. Holy crap. There we go. There's the fucking other one that we haven't seen in fucking episodes later. Oh, wow, Neko fucking... That's funny. That is pretty fun. I'm not gonna say it, but I already... Alright. Shiro's head suddenly pokes out of nowhere. Her face brightened up with an enthusiastic smile. Did you say pancakes, Miki? With a final snub, she turns on her heels and walks back towards the kitchen, Shiro tagging closely behind her. This leaves me and AI, you forgot the D, AI staring at each other awkwardly while alone together in the living room. Well, you're still in your pajamas, but say fuck it, why not? I pat my pajamas down. Wait, what? Still embarrassed, whatever, of my appearance right now. Hey, good to see you here. Obviously. I couldn't help but let a nervous laugh. It bothers me a little bit that she doesn't even seem to be at least a bit embarrassed while I'm already dying in shame over here. No, seriously, it's good to see you here. I just didn't count on you seeing me when I just woke up, though. AI nods, giving me a kind nod. It's alright, June. I don't mind. I'm here to tell you something about our project. She bites down on her lower lips, looking worried. Oh, come on, no, we're not doing this again. For a split second, my heart jumps into her throat, and I imagine all the worst cases scenarios that could possibly happen. What happened? I don't know how to say it to you, but the art. What about the art? It's... I just stare at her as I wait with bated breath for her next words. It's finally done. Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. Things happen. Wait, what? My mouth falls open at her revelation. It's done. I understand that I've been slacking off lately, so June. What? I'm so confused. Wait, she gasps as I put my arms around her. Oh, never mind. Thank you. This is amazing, AI. The team would be thrilled. I mean, Samiki should have heard it by now. I don't know. You haven't seen it yet. Who knows? It could be bad, or it could be not up to your liking, or it could be. I just smiled at her, placing my hands on hers reassuringly. AI, I don't even need to see it to know what's going to to know that it's gonna be amazing. ... Her face turns beet red and without saying anything, she raises up her sketch pad to her face. It's a first draft. I have of the main characters. This is actually this the actual art is already in digital format, ready to be coded in. I hope that you like it. Gently, I take her sketch pad from her hands and look down at, at the works of art. Dozens of beautiful drawn and polished character glaze the surface of the acid-free canvas, making the paper itself look like a work of art on its own. It's obvious that she used her best anime style for this, but what's not obvious is that the fact that she's not originally an anime artist. If this was the only thing I couldn't consider, I would have thought that she was an anime artist all along. Awesome! I have no other words for this. Dot dot dot. Really? You think it's awesome? Even if I used an art style that isn't mine? It stands out from the rest. It's beautiful as all the other. Oh, I don't know what to say from here. Can I quick save? No quick save? Oh, I can't quick save it. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Just in case. I don't fucking know. I don't want to risk it. Shit. You can never know. It stands out from the rest. Let's just say it stands out from the rest. It's as beautiful as all the others. I don't know what to say. I don't want to say the wrong move. Honestly. All right. If I say if it's beautiful like as all the others, I'll just say it stands out from the rest. I give her a kind smile and nod my head. Yeah, it is. I think it's really awesome. You should stop saying that it's not your art style. After all, it definitely stands out from the rest, AI. Different is good? Yes, you freaking... Alright, I guess you can say that. We discussed... I don't know how many episodes without we have to keep going back and forth with that. But, like, shit, come on. Alright, but for me, your kind of different is the best. AI smiles at me, her cheeks blushing bright pink. They should put a little bit more pink. I smile back. Suddenly feeling the urge, I hurriedly grab her hands and start to leave. Yes? Yes, June, do it. Do it, boy. June, where are we going? Wait, I thought you were still in your pajamas. We're going to tell the rest of the team, of course. Team! We can finally audition, team! I mean, isn't Sumiki in the kitchen? I mean, it's not that far. Alright. AI stares at me blankly before breaking out into a shy smile. Oh, there you go. We hear a couple of panicked footsteps, and Sumiki comes into the living room, looking quite out of breath. In one hand, really? It's that far away? In one hand, she's holding a dustpan, and in the other, her trusty feather duster. AI gives her a curious look, but doesn't ask any questions. I guess it's the first time that she's ever seen Sumiki like this. Sumiki affixes her serious gaze on me, still panting slightly. Did I hear right? Are we on our way to the auditions? We sure are. Huh? What do you know? After all that work, we finally got a shot of doing something more worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile, Sumiki. Yahoo! I can't wait to tell the others about this. Ah, maybe I'll tell them now. That's not a good idea. Huh? Laughing and grinning like a madman, I start running outside the door without a single care in the world. Watch out, world, we're coming for the competition. June, your pajamas. That's so funny. After submitting our completed project to the school's development club leaders, we were finally given the clearance to be excused from our classes for the whole duration of auditions. I heard that if they liked the game, they could help us market it for sale in the next year's school festival. That's what Kaguri's team has been doing for pretty much of our whole high school life. Blah. Pitching to the teachers / developers that we have and hoping for the best. We were never able to get the courage to compete with them back then because we didn't feel like we were able to accomplish something. But after we finished our first project, we suddenly found ourselves with a lot more courage than we ever felt in our lives. This time, we were just not just aiming for small stuff like school festivals or school fairs. This time, we're aiming for something big. We're aiming to win. The day of the auditions couldn't come fast enough before we knew it. Huh, interesting. We already being invited to a large hotel chain in Sapporo. I keep saying that, I'm probably saying that wrong so many times, I'm sorry. In order to attend to a briefing and formal opening of auditions. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, I'm getting out of breath already. Fucking allergies as well too. The audition itself doesn't take just a day though. Truth is, the whole process actually takes 2 weeks. 2 weeks to create a full game from scratch, which is huge if we consider the fact that it took us half of the school year to finish our very first project. Come on, June, you can do it. Don't be nervous. I looked down on my hands. If that hadn't happened, I'm sure I already know what I would be doing right now. I'd probably be concentrating really hard in order to get my powers to come out. But now, I know what and who to count on. We can do this, team! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the week you've been all waiting for. A huge cheer. They should put more effects, like more fully developing, like, you know, more background effects to make the fully and like sound effects more effectable with the story. It's just an opinion. You should put a little bit more of it. A huge cheer comes from the crowd. Glancing around, I see that there's almost 500 people in the huge auditorium type hall of this hotel. Some of them look almost professional. Oh wow, Yui, well that's a cool little outfit. Nice.
Ah, this is so exciting.
Oh well, freaking Taka still has the same fucking outfit. Whatever. Shh, cut it. Let's listen. Shh. Oh, that's a nice trench coat, actually. That's a nice little outfit as well for Zamiki as well. Hush, you two. The enthusiasm of the host with a neatly trimmed hair and shiny suit is only making me feel a bit nervous and excited. In 2 minutes, we are officially opening the audition for Hellstorm sponsorship to the annual International Game Development for the Youth. To be honest, this feels just like the day of the auditorium, except 1,000 times bigger and more exciting. Our first agenda on the list is to discuss of all the rules regarding the auditions process. Are you ready? Again, a huge cheer comes from the crowd. At this point, it's practically impossible to even hear anything apart from the host's voice over to the microphone and the crowd reacting to the Yusin. I repeat, are you ready? He doesn't need to ask it again. The crowd goes wild, screaming their approval at him. Much to my surprise and interest, the host chuckles before taking a look back at his notes. The 8th annual International Game Development for the Youth competition will be taking place in the latter part of this school year, which is around the middle of the next year. It will be held right after the final exams and before the students' summer vacation. Its main goal is not only to seek for the best budding game developers in the world, but it also increases exposure of the other young youth into game development. This school year, Japan will be joining the competition for the first time in history. We wish to see you there. Through these auditions, Hellstorm is helping to find the suitable game development groups for their sponsorship. This company will be sponsoring at least 3 teams for 3 different categories in the competition. For audition rules, I believe there is someone who can explain it to you much better than I. The crowd starts getting wild again, most likely anticipating for who that someone is. I can only chuckle as Taka suddenly starts seeming like he just stars in his eyes. He's gonna say the name, isn't he? I just smiled. I guess it's more likely true than not anyway. After all, who else could it be but him? Greetings, young, talented, budding developers. Even if I didn't recognize his voice, which I do, I don't even have to look to know that it's Mr. Kabir speaking. The crowd goes crazy all of a sudden. Is clues enough? My, it's a rather pleasant night, isn't it? I'm sorry to have kept you inside in such a lovely night out, but I am glad to see you all here. The crowd laughs. I can't help but chuckle along with them. As usual, Mr. Kabir's humor is spot on. I'll make this quick to give you more time to get to know your allies before the competition starts. I know that in here, you are all competitors vying for the chance to get a sponsorship. God, fucking allergies, always getting a breath out of me. Alright, but out there, you are comrades. I hope you don't look at each other as mere competition, but rather as a chance to learn. Get another perspective that you haven't been seeing. Who knows? This could be a chance for you to grow further, not only as developers, but also as a person. The crowd has gone silent, but it's obvious that this is more of an awe than anything. Mr. Isakapir, not only that has been an intellect as to become the CEO or something like Hellstone, but he also has the charm. With that, excuse me. With that out of the day, I would now proceed to discuss of the rules of the edition. The whole edition process that would take place over 2 weeks period. Don't worry, we are not going to detain you here the whole time. We are going to do what we're going to do is to ask you to sign up formally after this. All we need is to list your names as well as your group names. I assume that you have a group name, don't you? I glance around my teammates, my eyes flashing. I'll pretend that all of you said yes. The crowd just chuckled. You will be using the name in order to submit your game at the end of the period. We don't see the other identifying piece of in your work. We want the audition to be anonymous to make it fair for everybody who's in here right now. After we've chosen the project that caught our interest, we will hold an award of sorts back in the very place. I hope to see you again in 2 weeks. May you all make it out alive. The crowd starts laughing, and with one last grin, Mr. Kapir finishes his little speech. And there you have it, folks. Mr. Isa Kabir himself. Oh, there you go. There's the sound effects. The crowd goes wild again. The sign-up booths are now open. Please proceed in front to sign your group up. We got 3 lines here, so please don't rush. Takahara immediately walks towards one of them, quickly forming a line. I'll line up. I just nod at him. Suddenly, I become briefly aware that the fact that somebody is looking at me. Not that it's weird, considering that we are in a large function hall after all. But this time, it's dedicated. I look around me, feeling a bit uncomfortable. Finally, I glance back, only to see Kaguri staring straight at me. With a sigh, he starts walking towards me, and I feel a distance between us get smaller and smaller and smaller. I freeze up instantly the moment he stops right in front of me. I heard what happened. From my parents. I'm sorry if I never try to explain anything to you, June. I was just really pissed at you. You seemed so happy without knowing anything at all. My parents agreed on not telling anybody, and they also agreed on me pretending to not know anything. It was an accident after all. Nobody wanted it to happen, but it did. My brother, he and I were pretty close, so you can say that what happened then was devastating to me. It still is. He glances downwards slightly, not a hint of Kagura's normal, brutish, and arrogant personality evidence on his face. I'm sorry if I never bothered finding out the reason. I guess I simply didn't care enough. And that was my mistake too.
That's alright.
I was really a horrible human being to you anyway. I deserve that. No, you don't. You've always been really great at everything you did, Kagura. Your games, they're awesome. At least that's what I've heard. Kagura raises one eyebrow at me. If there's anything you deserve, it's the admiration of people that have for your skills. You've got so much going for you. That's why I never understand why you always picked on me despite everything.
Now that I think about it, it was pretty silly too, June. I was too caught up in the past to think about the present. Funny how our minds change, huh?
Changes, huh? He gives me a little smirk. One day, you're out preying on somebody else, and then the next, you realize that you're wasting your time when you could have been befriending them this whole time. Life's too short to be a bully, I guess. Sure is. And life's too short to worry about those things either. So, I did my best to just go along with life. Can I ask you a question? What? Did you really think you had superpowers? It's about the Chuunibyou thing. Yes. After you got back from the accident, that's apparently what you always said. That you had superpowers, and eventually, until now. Not until now.
But, did you really believe it?
Will you judge me if I tell you?
No, I'm past that.
Then yes, I did. I wanted it to be true so bad that I think my mind actually already started believing my lies.
I see. You know, if it helps, then I don't think it's a bad thing.
I hope we can be acquaintances after this, June. I hope we can.
Let's hope for the best.
He smiles at me, and I smile back. Oh, that's actually pretty good dialogue right there. That's pretty good. I like how they're making up on that. That's really good. And I like the reasoning back with Kagura's too, man. That's really good.
Here's to a new shot at friendship then.
He raises his hand out for me to shake, and I grip it tightly, nodding my head at him. Sure thing, Kagura.
Great. Well then, I gotta get going. Gotta go back to the team. Oh, in June? You're not a Chuunibyou. Come to think of it, you may not have superpowers, but your own self is a lot more powerful than you think.
I know.
Good luck on the auditions.
I give him a little wave as I turn around to my own team. And looking at me with an obviously surprised look on her face. Kagura? You and Kagura are okay? I can never pronounce his name right. Whatever. I guess you can say that. Huh? Friggin' dang. Discord. That's good. Yeah, at least now I can look at him as a proper rival instead of just a bully who picks on us. Who knows, maybe both of our teams can get a sponsorship. She smiles at me and nods. Well then, let's go find the others. Holding her hand. Oh, I start looking for the rest of the team across the sea of people in the whole hall. They should be somewhere in the line. I crane my neck upwards to see much better. Taka is a little bit taller than me, so I'll probably still be able to see his head in this crowd. Where are those guys? Without warning, AI and I suddenly bump into a couple of other people. Into a couple of other people in front of us. Oh, sorry. I turn to AI. You okay? She just nods, looks back at the other people. Dev 1. No problem, man. It's real tight fit in here.
Yeah, look at all these people.
Yeah, we're actually looking for some of our friends right now. Do you guys know where the lines for signing up starts? One of the guy points somewhere nearby of the group of people that are seemingly standing in a single file line. I don't even know how we miss it. Thank you. Sure thing. And AI and I head on our way, but not before overhearing the other guys get back to their conversation. And that's why I told him to just go back to anime art. Oh no. Hey, if he wanted to try something new, it shouldn't be during that time. Everybody was already stressful as it was, and he didn't have to add to that. Yeah, people shouldn't definitely stick to what they know. Oh no, I glance at AI, whose eyes have gazed over again. Sighing, I place my hands on her shoulder and I turn towards her, turns to me. I know what you're thinking, and nope, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. What if my anime art isn't beautiful enough? Maybe I should stick to with what I know. But then I also wanted to challenge myself for doing this. And you already accomplished that, AI. Come on, no doubting yourself. Come on. Remember our project? You did the whole thing in anime style. It's not that. Wait. Is that not considered as something you know? No, now. AI just looks at me with a forlorn expression on her face. I don't know. Well, if you ask me, I think you don't really need to do anime style if that's what you're worried about. If you feel more comfortable with your painterly style, then why not do that instead? We're talking about art styles after all, and there's no hard and fast rule for that. I'll think about it. But thank you, June. I give her a small smile as we finally reach the line for the sign-up booths. Ah, fucking squeaky chair. I hope we'll soon reach the line where AI finally stops doubting her own work. Thank you, fucking damn. Oh, okay. And she's wearing a maid outfit. I don't. Okay, whatever. Oh, there they are.
Hey, where have you guys been?
Oh? The next 2 weeks just felt like a blur. We never had a project with a deadline this tight, so it was really hard to get Oh, don't you dare start restarting now. No, you better not fucking restart now. We never had a project with a deadline this tight, so it was really hard to get everyone to adjust to our new schedule quickly. Day in and day out, we just worked on our project. We decided to take breaks every now and then, but most of the time we rather finish working on the scene of the piece of the music or the art that and then take a quick break, which could potentially ruin our focus and concentration. Personally, I wasn't able to sleep that much for our duration for the auditions. After each asset was completed, it was Taka's job to program everything, while it was my job to make sure that everything was organized. I was also in charge of keeping everybody on the same page and reminding them of a milestone and deadlines. Our goal wasn't really to create a masterpiece. Our goal was to finish something that would showcase our skills despite the time limit. And before we knew it, it was already time to judge if we had accomplished that goal. Transition. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, my voice is killing me. I need to blow my nose too.
Ugh. Fucking it's getting stuffy like my nose, fucking allergies, fuck.
I'm sorry. It's 12:01. It is Friday. Happy Friday, you guys. Well, at least the allergy bills something like that. I don't know. Alright, continuation. The crowd cheers loudly. Some have even brought banners. Unlike the audition open ceremony, this one is open house, meaning anyone, even those not involved in the game development, can come in and join in the fun. As a matter of fact, a lot of students from different high schools from all over the Sapporo have come here to support their school's own team. The teachers will kill them if they found out that those students cut class just to watch an awarding ceremony. For the past 2 weeks, our contestants have worked hard on building something from scratch. Now, it's finally time to answer the questions that we all been asking. Who will be deemed worthy to represent Sapporo in the upcoming national competition? The crowd goes wild as they all scream out their favorite teams. The loud cheers in the auditorium are almost deafening, but strangely, I don't mind it at all. My heart pounding away in my chest drowns every other noise after all. Sitting on the line of chairs on stage are a dozen developers from Hailstone, including CEO Isa Kabir himself. It's impossible to be able to read their facial expressions, but they can't hide that they're excited about this as well. That comforts me, knowing that even though they're already established in the industry, they still feel a spark of hope when they see the young developers of the future. I hope I can be like them someday. Without further ado, may I now call on Mr. Isa Kabir for the opening remarks and the announcement of winners. Mr. Isa Kabir raises from his seat and slowly makes his way to the microphone stand. Even from afar, I feel like there's a peaceful air surrounding him, as though he's quite contented with how things are right now. And I suppose he is. After all, he is here, the founder and the CEO of the biggest game development studio in the country, about to announce the names of the lucky young developers that his company would be taking under his wing. If that's not seeing the future laid out before your eyes, then I don't know what is. Greetings to you all. We have come a long way, you and me. None of us here have the same background. None of us have the same story to tell. Even though our stories of hardship, struggles, fear, doubts, concern, resentment with each other, none of us here would exactly know exactly what the others have gone through just to get here. But at the same time, all of us are here. None of us have come the same way, but all of us now are gathered in the same destination. 3 teams will be called to compete in the national competition to be held in Tokyo later this year. Hopefully, if they win, they will be representing Japan in the annual International Game Development Competition for the youth. He pauses and smiles warmly at the audience. But know these, my dear young developers, no matter which names I call out now, do not let it affect who you are as developers. If I don't call out the name of your team, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. You're a failure. All of us are here today, and all of us have made it. Don't let anything get in the way of your dreams. Keep the fire in your heart burning. Sweet baby Jesus. The crowd starts clapping loudly, expressing their admiration for the CEO. My own heart is still pounding away in my chest. I won't make you wait any longer. The first team who made it to the cuts is Team New Era. I hear someone yells behind me. It's to my surprise. Kagura and his teams are now jumping in their seats, thrilled beyond relief. Woo! We go! Team, we go! Alright, the crowd starts clapping, and Kagura's whole team starts running towards the stage. What do you know? Guess those bastards got in. I chuckle at his comment and grin at him. It's pretty obvious that someone still hasn't been able to move on from the past. What can we say? What can we say? They deserved it anyway. He may be a bastard, but he's a damn talented one. Aww, that's so nice, man. That's beautiful. Oh, okay. Well, someone's fucking doing some damn Discord stuff. I'm assuming waifu fight or something. Yep, probably. Taka gives me an irritated look, but nevertheless nods in affirmation. Fermentation, whatever. I hate to admit it, but you're actually right. What the bloody hell? Okay, whatever. Would the leader like to make a little speech? Without waiting for an answer, Mr. Kabir immediately hands over the mic to Kagura. For a split second, Kagura looks alarmed, but expression quickly gives way to one of confidence. Ah, thank you. We wouldn't have made it far without our teachers who helped us. Our supporters who never stop believing in us. A high-pitched choral of squeals comes from with someone behind us. Right, I forgot Kagura's all-god group is pretty popular with the ladies in our school. And our newfound friends. To my surprise, he suddenly looks straight at me. Newfound friends? Who is this guy kidding? I just smiled at Takahara kindly. Definitely not us, Taka. In return, he looks at me with a confused expression on his face. Huh? What do you mean, man? I chuckle, shaking my head. Thank you for keeping us on our toes, not letting us to get too complicated. Excuse me, hold on. Let me fucking read that again. Actually, oh my god. Dang it. Thank you for keeping us on our toes, not letting us get too complacent. Believe me, we owe a lot to ya. Here's hoping that I see you guys come up on stage too. Kagura nods at me from the stage, and I nod back. The other people are looking at us with curious expressions, but I only grin. We sure come a long way, both in our skills as developers and in our maturity as human beings. Thank you for that speech, New Era. That was certainly inspirational. Now, for the next team, we have... I keep my fingers crossed. Please call our name, please call our name, please call our name. I've been dreaming it for this for so long. Please, you'll probably be the third one to be called. Please let it be us. Team Oikokoro. May I ask the team to join us here? A relatively larger group consisting of 3 girls and 6 guys come up on stage. Their fans cheering loudly from somewhere from right of us? Whatever. Mr. Kabir smiles warmly as he hands them the certificates. Any messages from the leaders? A shy-looking girl steps forward and heads straight to the mic. Mr. Kabir just looks at her with an amused expression on his face. I guess the rest of the crowd didn't expect her to be the leader either, because they all start exclaiming out loud. Thank you so much for this. She scurries back to her group, much to the amusement of the crowd, who all start clapping for her again. Why, thank you for the insightful message. It was certainly consensus. The crowd laughs good-heartedly, and the girl smiles, blushing as her team members start chiding her. And now then, for the last group. I hold my breath. So does everybody. So does everybody else. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure the rest of the teams in this whole auditorium are holding their breaths collectively too. Before I announce the last team, let me just congratulate all of you once again. More clapping and cheers. Did you know that over 50 teams joined this audition? If you only knew that, how glad I am to see that many of you are interested in game development after all.
I was almost worried about the fate of our country, and now that I know, I don't have to worry anymore. Our country's game development group is certainly in good hands. He pauses and smiles again, and the whole auditorium is filled with deafening cheers and claps. I will not keep you waiting any longer. The last team is... I keep my fingers crossed. Suddenly, I feel a small, warm holding my hand. Looking up, I see that it's AI, with her tiny but reassuring smile on her face. You'll be okay, June. Don't worry. I just nod at her as I smile. I don't know how that small smile of hers and her words of encouragement managed to convince me, but they do. I instantly feel all my worries and concerns slowly melting away, like the darkness melting away at the first instance of sunlight. Squeezing her hand gently, we both wait and bated breath for Mr. Kabir's announcement. Team Powers, congratulations! For a moment, my whole world stops, as though the earth suddenly ceased to spin. Everything starts to go on slow motion. I see Samiki's hands rise from her side to her mouth. I like this jam. But this shouldn't be like this, unless this is gonna be something else in slow motion. I see Taka and Yuri slowly go up in the air with their mouths open in a scream of triumph. And for the very first time since I met her, AI's facial expression turns into one of delight. In an instant, everything suddenly goes back to normal. My ears throb at the deafening cheers and claps from all around me. We did it! We did it, man! Man, we did it! Yes, we did. We did it, alright. Yeah, just smiles at me, and I squeeze my hand. I smile back as I realize I did not, realize that not once did she ever let go. ... She starts walking up to the stage with the four of us tagging right behind her. Oh god, it's her again. Alright, I hear Miss Megumi churn along with the crowd. That's my team! My team! June, Taka, everyone, you're amazing! I couldn't help but chuckle at her reaction. I'm happy that we made her proud. To my surprise, I hear another familiar voice in the crowd. Shiro. Oh wow, oh that's cool. That's a cool little outfit, like a little tomboy action right there, I guess. I don't know, whatever. There he is, Junie! Expecting to see only Shiro, I turn to her and with a smile on my face. However, my mouth falls open at what I see. My mother is standing in the middle of the aisle, still wearing her business suit. She's smiling happily while dabbing at the side. Dab? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Is she literally dabbing? Like, at the side of her. Okay. While dabbing at the sides of her eyes, like had been crying. Beside her is my father, also in a business suit, also looking at me with proudest expression I have ever seen in my whole lifetime. That's our son, June! You did it, kiddo. I stopped in my tracks, unable to believe what I'm seeing. Oh, that's some beautiful shit right there. My parents, who rarely went to my school events as a kid. My parents who rarely had any time for me. My parents who kept me sheltered for so long in fear and of hurting me. My parents who are here now, still in their suits, obviously taking the time out of just to watch their son, who might not had even won the competition. My parents who were right now to watch me, whether I win or not. And all of a sudden I realized that it's all that matters. I feel the tears start to well up in my eyes, and I get the strongest urge to just run to them and hug them like I should have done many years ago. Mom! Dad! My mom... Dad! I'm sorry, that's so funny. My mom dabs again at the side of the... I wish someone would make an animation while I'm quoting this shit. That would be too funny. My mom dabs. Dab. Mom dabs. Alright, my mom dabs again at the side of her eyes before making a shooing movement
with her other hand.
Go on, darling, go on.
We'll be watching you from here, June. I just nod, barely able to keep my tears from falling. We are so proud of you, June. We've always been. My heart feels like it's about to burst from my chest, but I just grin at him. Well, we'll have more time to celebrate later after all. Finally, my team and I reach the stage. Mr. Kabir gives me a kind-hearted grin as he gestures towards the microphone stand. Holding the microphone away from him, he starts congratulating me as the rest of my team starts doing handshakes with everyone representative of Hailstone. Who hands out the certificates.
Why, if it isn't my dear boy, my dear godson. I suppose I don't have to say anything. Say it again, June.
I give him a teasing look. Say what, Mr. Kabir? He shakes his head and leans closer to me.
That I never doubted you. Not even once, my boy. I always knew you had it in you.
I smile gratefully at him. We definitely came a long way. I stand in front of the microphone, looking out of the crowd before me. It's impossible to guess when you're in the auditions, but when you're here in the front, the 2,000 pairs of eyes, what the fuck? Alright, never mind. Pairs of eyes staring at you look more like stars than anything else.
Go on. It's your time to shine.
I clear my throat as I start to my short speech. To my school, who let us join the audition. To my newfound friends, who motivated us to work on our project that got us here in the first place. To my family, who took the time out of their busy schedule just to be here tonight. To my team, who gave me more lessons in life than a classroom could ever have given me. Thank you for everything. And to that person whose beautiful characters and wonderful backgrounds who have made my world a whole lot better and brighter. Thank you so much. Oh, you fucking slide dog, you little charmer, and good on you, June, good on you. To everyone, thank you for being here. May we all have a nice night. The cheers and claps all around me is deafening, but none of them are deafening as the sound of my heart pounding as AI hesitantly walks towards me. Ooh, get that shit, man, get that shit.
June, do you really mean that?
Yes, you goof, do it, just kiss them already, fucking damn it. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Because you never cared about what other people thought of you. I realized that I didn't have to care either, and that made me a lot stronger too. Thank you, June. Now, I'm strong enough to tell you, I've always liked it. Oh, shit! Oh, that's so cute! And come on, it wasn't that, it was pretty obvious, to be honest. And I know you may not like me back because I'm weird and strange and I can't even draw anime art well, but Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Without waiting! Oh shit! Oh my fucking god! Finally this fucking guy and this fucking girl! Holy crap, man! Finally? That is beautiful right there. That is. Shut up and kiss him already, damn it. Alright, without waiting for her to finish, I close the gap between us and press my lips on her own. For a few seconds, the whole around us stops. All I can think in this moment is how soft her lips feel like, and how her body feels so warm against mine. If only I could, I would stay with her in this spot for all the time. Oh my god, it made me cry a little bit. I'm getting emotional. There's a loud gasp from the crowd and followed by thunderous clapping and cheering. Yeah, you damn right, finally, you fuckers. Making us wait. As I pull away from AI's hot, blushing face, I had to hug her. I realized that all the people in the auditorium are now standing ovation for us. Oh, that's fucking good. But no, I like the other one better. but still. Yeah, oh shit, that is good fucking. That is a good thumbnail right there. Definitely, that is a way how to go.
Well, there you go, folks. Looks like Team Power's leader is definitely having a nice evening.
The crowd just laughs as they continue clapping for us. Mr. Kabir looks back at us and gives us a wink. Hey, my god, Dad. Like, basically. I couldn't help but chuckle as I put one arm around AI's waist.
Before we end this evening, let us all give another round of applause to all of us here. Hopefully, we all gain something tonight. For some, they gain the opportunity to overcome a bigger challenge. For some, they gain the knowledge to tackle their next adventure in life. And for some, they gained the courage to believe in oneself and to have the confidence that they can achieve their dreams. Tonight, we all gain our very own superpowers, don't you think? May we all meet again in the future. As Team Power's brave leader puts it, have a nice night, everyone.
Yes, beautiful. I wish that would end, but I'm pretty sure this is not ending yet. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get a fucking, I'm gonna refill my water or get another water bottle to make it easier. Nah, I'm getting a water bottle. Okay, I just got a water bottle instead. Shit's more better. But yes, it's fucking been waiting for this for, I don't know, almost fucking, not even almost a year. No, actually, yeah, almost a fucking year for this fucking shit. This fucking kiss. Oh, I just put water on me. Oh, that's better. That is so much better. Excuse me. Alright, shortly after a awarding ceremony, we received letters indicating our entry to the national competition that will be held in Tokyo later this year. It turns out that Mr. Kabir has been traveling all around the country these past few weeks, visiting different prefectures and personal overseers all the awarding ceremonies. That definitely takes a whole lot of dedication, but I'm fairly sure that Mr. Kabir isn't the kind of person who lacks dedication anyway. After all, he did manage to build Hellstone from the ground up at the time that the game development wasn't as advanced as it is now. Even if it was hard, he strived. He strived and he did his best to bring Hellstorm to where it is now, at the forefront of Japan's game development industry. If that wasn't dedication, then I don't know what is. Meanwhile, on another part of Sapporo, my parents were so happy to find out that my team won that they dedicated to arrange an outing for all of us. A sort of retreat before a huge stage in life, one may say. But to be honest, when they told me that they rented a gigantic rest house in Hokkaido, I said that wrong probably, for the whole team to use the 7 straight days, I was really shocked. We could have stayed in the cabin, and that we would have been enough. So, to not waste all the rented space, we decided to include Kagari's team in the count, as well as the game development club advisors. In the end, there was still too much space left out, so my parents, including Shiori, decided to go as well. Shiro, I wasn't surprised, but my parents? Well, let's just say, guess who brought their business laptops along with them? Oh, okay, we got a new seat now. It's freezing cold out here. I like that. That's a nice little cute outfit right there you got there, buddy. Yuri embraces herself as she shudders, but in return she gets a smirk from Kaguya. What'd you expect? We're at a ski resort in Hokkaido, after all. It's been 3 days since we got here to the resort, and everyone has been enjoying their time here. Sumiki has been teaching Miss Megumi some cooking tips, while Takaharu has been helping some of Kagori's boys with programming. Looks like most of his team knows basic program, but none of them has skill as advanced as Takaharu. On the other hand, it turns out that Takahara also has a lot to learn, but on much different topics. As a matter of fact, yesterday I heard them talking about asking her out, or something of the sorts. Oh, he's probably gonna try to ask Yui. Definitely some valuable information for Taka. So far, everyone has been getting along well, except for these two, I guess. My red-headed teammate looks at him in irritation.
June, I swear, sometimes this guy just doesn't get it.
It's you who doesn't get it.
Whatever.
Oh wait, why is she wearing a school uniform? Well, that does not make sense at all. That does not in a ski resort. That doesn't make sense. But okay. Imagination with that. Imagination. As in on cue, AI suddenly appears out of nowhere, holding something big in her hands. A canvas? I just chuckle, then shoo them away as I help AI with whatever she's carrying. Thank you. But it's not like I needed help. You definitely do. Not that you're in a uniform out. Not that you're in your uniform out here. I mean, geez, don't you feel cold? Oh, okay, that explains it. I mean, you're kind of in your uniform, dude. London is much colder. I'm used to it. I nod, turning my attention back to the thing in my hands. Excuse me. She smiles at me while I poke and prude at the covered canvas. Or at least, I bet it's a canvas. Is this your art? What is it? Why don't you guess? I sit down next to her, doing my best pouting expression. Ah, come on, you haven't told me why you still haven't went ahead and used anime style art during the audition, even if you claim that you weren't very good at it. Well, I couldn't use my usual art style. Huh? Why not? It would have felt like cheating since that art style has already sold thousands of dollars in patents. I raise one eyebrow at her as I give her a teasing smile. Aha! Is this a business-minded AI I see? A hint of red spread across her cheeks. No, I'm just saying that I shall no longer go down that path. From now on, I shall do my best to become a mangaka. That's a worthy dream, alright. So, is this here an anime painting then? The blush on her cheeks only seemed to grow even redder as slowly shakes her head. No, it's actually, it's... Can I see it? I can't stop you, can I? Again, I give her a teasing smile as I pretend to stop and think. Not really. AI just laughs as she nods. Go ahead then. Oh, that's so cute. With a flourish, I pull the white sheets covering the canvas. Okay. Alright, this is thumbnail right here. I don't know. I like the kissing thumbnail and I like this thumbnail, man. They look good. They both look good for the ending of this series. Like, you know? And proceeds to gasp in surprise as the painting literally takes my breath away. It's a painting of all 5 of us in our uniforms, grinning happily together. To either side of us are Mr. To either side of us are Mr. Isakabir, Miss Megumi. Where is he? Where? I don't see him. Miss Megumi and even Kagura. Our imagination. Also a smiling for the camera. In fact, her painting is so realistic that I couldn't have sworn that this was taken with the real camera and just edited with effects. But looking closely, it's obviously from the way the colors jump out at you as the paint clings onto the canvas that it was a thinking, feeling, living genius, and not a mere equipment that had created this masterpiece. I smile and shake my head. Whoa, whoa. I'm sorry, but I don't know what to say. As your team leader, I order you to return this to Pablo Picasso or whoever famous artist you asked to make this. That's funny. AI giggles at my little joke as I sit down. As she sits down next to me. Thank you for the compliment, June. Sheesh, your abilities scare me so much sometimes, you know. Look, I'm getting goosebumps because of how beautiful this is. Smiling slightly, AI looks outside the window, where the snowy mountain tops of the Hokukoto can be seen. I think real life is more beautiful, June, especially if it's spent with you. Aww, I just look. Is this another kiss scene? I just look out the window as well as I slowly intertwine my hands with AI's. Well, if you put it that way, I guess real life is better. She nods, smiling at me. Yes, real life is magical enough, even without real magic. You're right, I should have realized that sooner. Thankfully, I gotten over it, I guess. I give her a sheepish grin, then frown a bit when I realize something. Sorry, you never got your wish, though. Shut up, yes you did. AI looks at me in surprise. Oh, but I did get my wish. My only wish was you, June. Are you saying that I still haven't gotten my wish? I blinked at her, surprised at yet another revelation. She is a clever girl. She knows what to say. Nevertheless, I give her a quick kiss on the lips. Hopefully, that answers your question. She smiles and nods in her head. Oh, that's so fucking cute. I don't know which is good. Wait, hold up. I don't know which is good fucking thumbnail. I really don't know. I don't know what's a good thumbnail, to be honest. Actually, I'll just leave that there. But like, just like her face is a little like, I don't know, whatever. But I still like it. Whatever. All right. Later on, our heads. Wait, what the fuck? She changed quickly. All right, whatever. Later on, we head outside. Yeah, they gotta correct that mistake, if anything. Later on, we head outside, sitting on the bench in front of the rest house. AI smiles at me and places her head on my shoulder as we both look out to the snowy mountaintops in front of us. Soon enough, snowy mountains aren't the only thing that will be in our sights. Soon enough, we have to worry about other things like school projects, college entrance examinations, and in our near future, the national competition too. But for now, we just stay in this position, enjoying each other's company. Because right now, there's nothing else in this world that we could ever wish for. We all wanted to have powers. Because we think that having powers can make everything seem like a breeze to us. We think that having powers can solve our problems with a snap of the fingers or a blink of an eye. But no, it doesn't work that way. Powers need to be properly willed in order to be useful. There's no magic. They can't make everything better in a single instant. Life isn't always easy, but it doesn't have to be hard. And sometimes, in our quest to make everything easy, we forget to appreciate the things that we think that are hard. In our quest to reach the top, we forget the things that we've been there right from the start, when we were all still at the bottom. In our quest to get new things that we think that will make us happy, we forget the things that we already do. In our quest for power, we forget the single most important power that we already have. The power that's within all of us. The power of choice. Everything in life is a choice. To decide for ourselves, to live life to the fullest, and in the end, that's the only thing that matters. AI good end. Hey! Yeah! Yes, motherfuckers! Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, raining. Oh, AI? Yeah, anime, dancing composer, Bantan Zero's the project leader, GUI artist, graphic designer. Oh, also Nia anime. Okay, we got a dramatic scene. I don't know if you guys can see. Young character artist Ran08 Rope, a writer and programmer. Oh god, the freaking. Woo! Finish, motherfucker! Finally, fucking finish. Is there gonna be something else? I don't know. Ah, that's some nice shit. Dun, dun, dun. You know what? Good on you. Special help. Renovation, SMNX. Wait, what? The fuck? Oh, that's something else. I did not see that. It's a publisher. Tamaya. I'm manga gamer. Oh, you motherfuckers! Oh, that's funny. Oh, never mind. Oh, I thought they were. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's really cool. Oh. Oh, they are the CG. Okay. Alright, Shiori. Alright, Megumi. AI. Oh? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, I like how they did a little like. Thanks to all the people who supported us. Fizikabi, J.M. Williams, and Chona. All these people, well, that you see right now. Didodaki-se, Anime Mayhem, Tap CD Tsurai, Louis Fonseca, Silver Fox, oh, that's nice. Tamaya Kagai. Oh, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do nothing. Come on. Alright. It's Tamaya Kagai, 2017. Woo! Alright! I wish there was a fucking achievement thing, but whatever. AI's route is complete. I am done. Done, man. Fucking done, man, with that shit. So much reading in my throat. Hour and 30 minutes, whatever. Gotta decide which thumbnail to fucking pick now. Oh, I forgot to press record and stop recording on that. Alright. But, thank you guys for tuning in for, Chuunibyou cannot be cured. AI route completed. I love this, man. I fucking loved AI's route, man, the most. Even though it's the first one. I don't know about the other ones, but someone else told me, like, Megumi's, whatever. if I do have time, I'll probably try to do the other routes, but I'll just probably just like skip a few dialogues if anything. I have a feeling it might be the same thing or not. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in on this long journey of freaking with AI. Like honestly, and we got the good ending. Yay! So without further ado, guys, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from where from. So peace out and sayonara, guys. Bye bye.